In this video I wanted to share with you what I found out about testing some controllers for previous consoles that I had to work with the Retro Games ZX Spectrum. So the first one I'm going to test is this Joytech VX4. It's a third-party controller for the PlayStation 4. It's a wired controller, so not a wireless one, which is probably what we're looking for. So surprisingly, that seems to be working on the main menu. Let's select a game, make sure that all the buttons work and it's working as it should. So although it appears that it's working fine, only one button worked, and when I pressed that button it spanned the bike round into the opposite direction, and then if I pressed the button again it made the bike faster, and then it just went straight into the wall. You might be able to see on the video there I'm continually crashing into the wall on the left. Then I remembered that what you need to do is you need to go into the settings and you need to let the computer know that you're using a Kempston interface. So what I did was exit out of the game and then go to the main menu, and then as you can see there, third option, press third row to set the keyboard and joystick mode. So I went into that and then press any key on the second row for the Kempston joystick interface. And as you can see from the video, everything worked perfectly. So instead of having to go out and buy a specific joypad for this new system, you can just use an old third-party PS4 wired controller which I had lying around, and if not, then you can go and purchase one of these quite cheaply on eBay or Amazon. As much as I'd like to just sit back now for 10 minutes and play this game, let's get another one tested. So the next one I'm going to test is the official PlayStation 4 wireless controller. I'm not sure quite what's happened to them thumbsticks. So this one, of course, you're not going to be able to use it wirelessly because the Spectrum doesn't have the bits inside it to read Bluetooth or whatever they use to transfer that signal across anyway. So we're going to be using a wireless controller, but we're going to be using it wired. So let's give that a try. And again, that seems to be working. It seems to be going through the menu system okay. Let's stick on a game and see how it fares on a game like Manic Miner, for example. Okay, so this one seems to work straight out without having to go in and change any settings like the Kempston thing. Scrolls along nicely, jumps with the right buttons. This particular game is working without any issues whatsoever, just as standard with this official PS4 wireless wired controller. You may have to play around with the settings on certain games and make sure that Kempston interface option has been selected, but going through the PlayStation side of things, both pads that we've tested seem to be working fine. So there was one PlayStation pad that I couldn't get to work on, that was the PlayStation 2 pad. I've just put this down to being dead batteries in my particular unit, because when I put the charging cable in it didn't show that it was charging at all, so that could be the reason why this one didn't work, but it might still be compatible. So from the other joypads that I tested, which was the Xbox 360, Xbox One and Xbox One X joypads, those for some reason they didn't work. They plugged in using the relevant cables, so using a wireless pad wired, but then nothing else more than that. I tried to press the little Xbox button, to see if that made any difference, but those pads I couldn't get to work. So that's the Xbox 360, the Xbox One and the Xbox One X series pads. So thank you for watching. I hope you got some value from that. If you did, give it a like, share, and please subscribe to the channel. In the future, I need to work out how to get games onto like a USB stick, load them on, where to find them. So I'm sharing all that as well, all that good stuff. So if that's of interest, subscribe and you'll be notified when those videos become available.